like having to cook dinner every single night of the week, I feel you and I'm here to help. I'm gonna show you just how simple it is to meal prep some delicious dinner bowls. I'll show you how to make a few different veggie dishes, plant-based proteins, and complex carbs to help keep things nutritionally balanced, but also give you lots of room for creativity in your week. If that sounds pretty good to you, let's just get right into it. So let's start with our veggie prep. We've got a bunch of veggies that we're going to prepare to enjoy for the week. So we're gonna start by slicing in half a few globe eggplants. We're gonna salt them to remove some of the moisture, and we're gonna put them face down on a cooling or drying rack and let them extract some moisture for about 30 minutes. While we're doing that, we're going to prep some of our curried vegetables. So grab yourself a large sheet pan, and we're gonna roughly chop up an onion. You can use any kind of onion you like, and some carrots, and we're gonna add that to the sheet pan as well. You're just gonna roughly chop up pretty much everything. Then we're gonna tackle a few bell peppers. I'm using one each of a yellow, red, and orange bell pepper, and basically just fit whatever you can onto a sheet pan as you go. And there's one and done. Moving on to the next set of veggies, we're gonna do half a head of cauliflower, and there's the other orange bell pepper. So to prepare these for baking, we're gonna just drizzle about half a tablespoon of olive oil over each sheet pan, plus some curry spices. I'll have them down below in the description for you, and I'll give you all my measurements. So we're just going to sprinkle those spices over all the veggies and give them a quick toss with our hands, just keeping it simple. No need to bring out a spoon or anything. And then just pop those in the oven. We're gonna bake those for about 40 minutes. Moving on to the eggplants again. Now that they've been salted, rinsed, and dried, we are just going to do a crosshatch cut in the steaks, just as you see here. Then we're gonna create a quick balsamic sesame glaze. So we're just going to whisk up some sesame oil and balsamic vinegar together, and we're just gonna simply brush that over each of the steaks. You can do both sides, but it's most important to really get a lot of that glaze inside of the crosshatch cuts there. Lightly salt each steak and then flip them over face side down, making sure that you turn them halfway through baking, and then they will turn out something like that. Super delicious, caramelized. If you can chop all of your veggies on a Sunday, it'll take you anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes, but I promise you it'll save you so much time throughout the week and not having to do it every single night you want to cook. Now, you can cook both of those sheet pans of veggies together on the same day as I've done in this video, like doing all my cooking on the same day, or if you would rather have your veggies roasted up fresh on the night that you want to eat them, you can totally do that as well. You can just store the chopped and seasoned veggies in your fridge, and then on the night you want to eat them, you just dump and bake and done. Moving on to the protein prep, we are first going to tackle this delicious crispy breaded tofu. So grab yourself a food processor, and we're going to add some walnuts, almond flour, and sesame seeds to the food processor, plus a little bit of garlic powder and salt. This is going to be this super delicious bread crumb coating. Oh, and don't forget the pepper. And we're going to just pulse that until it turns into something like this. It's kind of mealy and it kind of has a rough, coarse texture, which is exactly what we want. Now you're going to want to crack open a can of chickpeas, and we're going to pour out the aquafaba, which is the chickpea liquid, and you're going to want to froth it up a bit, and this is going to be our plant-based egg wash in lieu of eggs to make our breading. So grab yourself 2 blocks of extra firm tofu and cube them up like so, and then you're going to take each cube and you're going to coat them in gluten-free flour. I'm using brown rice flour. Then you're going to quickly dunk them in the aquafaba and then into the bowl of the breadcrumbs. And then just tap off the excess and repeat with all the remaining tofu cubes. You're gonna air fry them until they are golden and crispy like so, and oh my god, they are so good, you guys. These are so easy to make. So this was the first time that I tried making this crispy breaded tofu this way, and it turned out amazing. I was like super impressed. You might assume that over the next day or so, as they sit in the fridge, they might become a little bit soggy, but they actually taste amazing. They have a really nice texture, and while the breadcrumbs do get a little bit softer as they sit in your fridge, they almost have this like kind of similar taste and mouthfeel to like a chicken McNug, I'm telling you. And if you're not a huge fan of things going soggy, these things crisp up really well in an air fryer or your oven. Just crisp them up for like 5 minutes and you're done. Moving on to the last plant-based protein, we're gonna be making some herby, crispy chickpeas. So grab yourself a few cans of chickpeas. You're going to rinse, drain, and dry them, and we're gonna coat them in a whole bunch of herbs and a little bit of oil. Give them a really quick toss. This is just super simple. You can use any herbs that you like. And then we're gonna transfer them into a sheet pan, arrange them in a single layer, and bake them until they are nice and crispy, like so. Done. And lastly, moving on to the carb prep, because you're not gonna have a balanced bowl if you don't have some healthy complex carbs. So I'm using sweet potato and potatoes and a few different spices. Oh no! We're gonna pretend that didn't happen. We're gonna take those spices and gently sprinkle them over your potatoes and yams and a little bit of oil. Give them a quick toss, and we're gonna bake those in the oven until they are nice and roasted. They're gonna look something like that. Delicious, easy peasy. Now I'm making a quick sauce that I'm gonna enjoy with many of the bowls I'm gonna create. So I'm just making a quick ranch sauce. I have a recipe on my channel already that you can check out. I've got it linked down below. And just like that, you guys, dinner is done for the week. You have so many amazing options for you to play around with each night of the week. You've got your proteins, you've got your carbs, a whole bunch of veggies, and now all you gotta do is load up your bowl each night, decide what you feel like, and enjoy. What's great about meal prepping this way is that you can switch this up every time you do it. You don't have to necessarily use the veggies that I made today. You can always do whatever you happen to have on hand. You can switch up the proteins. You can also change up the grains. If you don't want rice, you could do quinoa, or you could do a little bit of both. The key is variety. Otherwise, you get bored really easily. And here, I just wanted to show you all the different kinds of bowls that you can put together. We've got eggplant, chickpeas, rice for one bowl. We've got chickpeas, the potatoes, and the curried veg in another. Or you could do the curried cauliflower and sweet potatoes and tofu in one. And then you can use whatever salad dressing feels right to you. If you're not sure about the ranch dressing, I've got tons of other salad dressings on this channel as well that I recently did. So you should check that out as well to get some more salad dressing inspiration. And you're done. I hope you enjoy, and let me know how it goes in the comments. I've been doing a lot of meal prep videos on the channel lately, and I don't want you to miss out, so make sure you check out my meal prep playlist, which is right down below for you here. I've also got 2 other of my recent meal prep videos I don't want you to miss out, so check those out. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe below. I love you, and now I leave you. I'll catch you in the next video. Bye!